Giants and the Miami Dolphins. Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Jason Sanders has us ready for the start. And off we go from South Florida. And he stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. To start, here's Dart. That's caught, and it's Icekilla8585. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
I like this. Right out of the gate, finding ways to get the running backs involved early in the passing game. What that does throughout the rest of the game, Mike, is those linebackers, their drops don't get quite as deep. Those secondary defenders don't get quite as deep. So you know what it opens up down the road? Big-time shots downfield.
Off the boot, Mike. Here is Dart. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. It's a gain of 16, and it's two nice plays to begin this drive.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They'll run, and this is Icekilla8585. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Up the middle with Icekilla8585. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Shotgun. It's Dart. And that is incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play. A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. First carry here for Devon Icekilla. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Icekilla. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
This throw right side is caught by Hill. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
That's good for Dolphins. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to air this one out. And it's going to be hauled in. He's got it. Nick Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown, Dolphins. Wilson has everyone set as they will go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a
back to throw. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision darted loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboot. And this tackle there, he pushed him forward. It will give him 4 yards. From 29, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 6, go.
Once again, it's Scatterboot. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Result of the play.
So the message this coach is sending to his huddle is very clear. It's, hey, guys, I got all the confidence in the world. We're going to be aggressive all day. We're not afraid to fail. We are going to try to score on every possession. And as a player, you can't help but run.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Play action. Now, Wilson.
This touchdown, Mike, it ultimately occurs because of the protection up front. They do a great job picking up the blitz, and with those extra few seconds, that's all the time he needs. Finds his man streaking downfield, open, and great awareness meets great scheme. All you need is great execution.
Jason Sanders to kick off early in the game.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend the return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Here's Dart on 1st and 10. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards. Ready? And the Giants first down. 1st and 10.
We are through one. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. Giants football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10. Here's Dart. Our first down throw there is incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
On 2nd down, Dart. To Robinson, he's got it, and he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
6 yards.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing again, Dart. He's got it at about the 8, and he's into the end zone. What a response! Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, Giants. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Giants are back within 4. It is 14 to 10.
Giants 10.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Wilson lines up in the pistol. Forced out wide. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson out to his right, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. From the pistol, here's Icekilla. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
That's good for Dolphins. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Once again, it's Icekilla. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
A loss of 2.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Bobby Icekilla.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
It's to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Darius Slayton was the intended receiver. It's second down.
Here we go, second. Cougar 19.
To throw is Dart. He'll get that out to Scalaboo. And he is out of bounds at the 45. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Giants.
First down.
Dart. Now a short one, caught by the tight end, Johnson. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7. Dart gonna throw it again. Moving outside the pocket. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Giants first down.
On the ground, it's Scalaboo. He'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining here in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Second down, they need 7.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cougar 19.
The motion there, tight end Johnson. He'll go again with Scalaboo. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision make.
And he's going to have the Giants first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down.
Giants first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw. It's Dart. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head. All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. He's to midfield. Inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Well, he's going to have a lot better moments than this one, Mike. You just can't force that throw. Not at this level. It's going to cost you more times than not. And this young rookie, hopefully this is one that he can learn from and not continue to repeat.
And this is not close. He missed it wide to the right. No good. And no extra point.
Jason Sanders to
After
kick
the
off
touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go now. 60, 19.
On first down, Dart. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Sanders' kick is good. So we reach the intermission. It was been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Icekilla. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. Now Wilson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, And it'll set up second down.
Javon Holland there on the coverage.
Now it's Wilson. Forced out left. He's going to tuck it and go. And a nice run. Sliding to a home. A pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 8.
3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Come on, set. 18, run. 18, run.
Throwing is Wilson. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson exiting the pocket right. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Reload, Cowboy 80.
They'll run this one straight ahead with Icekilla. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
This is one of those plays where you got to give them some love after. Let them know it was an outstanding run and all of that. Because even though it was a good effort, it's hard not to feel disappointed, Mike, that they somehow weren't able to move the chains.
He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down.
First down.
Now it's Wilson. This one pulled in by Westbrook-Akine. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a give to Icekilla. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
From the gun, it's Wilson. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau. He gets in to drop it. It's a loss of 8.
At the Giants' 31-yard line.
Here's Wilson. On the run to the right. That's taken in by Icekilla. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Wilson to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was no...
That's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael McFadden. And the Giants are going to have it just past their 25. Play fake, now Dart. Moving to his right. And try as he might, he will not get back to that line of scrimmage. They will force him out for a loss. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Dart. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So we are through 3.
First down.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
42-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's to Robinson, he's got it. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Game on. Wandale Robinson. Touchdown, New York. Extra point by Gano is up and good. The Giants are back within 6.
17.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go!
They go play action now. Wilson, flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 33, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Wilson. It is caught. It is Icekilla8585. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
Gain of 15 yards. And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Lions. Follow 18. Take go.
Throwing now. Wilson on first down. Rolling to the left. He runs with it. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Wilson now. Off the bootleg. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Icekilla8585.
This is just the last thing you can afford to do, especially in this situation. Like, there's just no need to force the ball. You're playing with a lead. It's late in the game, and I know he's got a lot of confidence in his arm, and he thinks he can get away with it, but that decision...
And he will go all the way. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York. Now, Gano for the extra point. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Play action. Now, Wilson. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2. A run up the middle with Achan. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Miami.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
And this time, they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. A run, and it's Achan. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
4 yards.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 2nd and 6 coming up. Achan. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Dolphins first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now it's Achan. And he's taken down. That will get them a bit closer. Every yard going to help the field goal kicker right now. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
19-18.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout, and it comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game. Second down, goal to go. They'll run here.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
For the lead, here is third and goal.
Cougar 19.
They'll drop to throw. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
That was just too easy, Mike. It's just straight man coverage. Great route by the receiver on the slant. You just can't give up an inside release deep in your own end zone because, as you just saw, it's pitch and catch. I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. Now on second and long.
It's second down.
There's the spike, and they stop it with 23 seconds to go. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. Out of shotgun. It's Dart. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get three.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up for first and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. Has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And able to take it past the 25. And up to the 28-yard line.
Will take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Come on.
Right to the air is Daniels. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Second and 5 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 5.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now it's JCM, Jabari Cross-Demeric. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Washington, first down. A gain of 14.
Ready?
First
60
down,
by
Washington.
Cougar 19. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Here's Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Throwing now is Daniels. And yet again, it's McLaurin. He's got room to roam. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big pickup of 38. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. To throw is Daniels. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They go play action with Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Dart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Theo Johnson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. That's caught. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they like to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A throw left side caught here by the tight end Bates. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Tap the 60, tap the 60. Move the 19.
They'll run once more with JCM. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Gotta be lying.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Let's go now.
Daniel's going to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Daniel's looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 5.
Ready?
To the air goes Daniels. He'll swing this out to Krosky-Merritt. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd down and 6 now.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Now Daniels. incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Looking to throw, Dart. He's going to let this one go deep. This is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. Across midfield. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Here we go.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing his Dart. Working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Giants, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Dart going to give to Scatterby. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down. First and 10.
Here's Dart. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 to first.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Second and goal at the Commanders' 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Scatterboo going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll try to throw for it with Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now a hit and a loose football. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On the ground, it's Scatterboo to start the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the bootleg, it's Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Dart. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To the air once more is Dart. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Working out of the gun is Dart. He'll try and do this himself. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 34 yards. And the Giants are able to stretch out their lead. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Got a man. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
down.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Bobby Icekilla. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Take over first and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First down, here's Scatterby. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 41, this is second and a yard. Play fake, and here's Dart. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the
Off the play fake, it's Dart. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
and 14 at the 21-yard line.
To the air, Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this one too low. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12.
But it's fourth down.
Dart to throw on fourth down. Again, it's Johnson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Well, I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 to first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder.
In my circle, you can't fit. Don't too many be on some anti. I told her pull up. She asked me, do I? Right now I'm fresh as hell. Somebody take a flip. Pretty, back to back. Gang, back to back. Trailing me, back to back. Back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, gon' back to back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover, cha-cha, gon' show you, cha-cha, gon' they gon' heat me up, I've been trying to keep it cool, these little, they try to start up, too late, my finger was already on, call me shovel man, she like the way I pull up and I, the 100 times they ask, I be like, I ain't never, all that beating around the bush, which homie said with your chest. Got a lot of dog on me, know you probably smell it. Like my name, Jody, pull up in the vet. Go and check the news, Brody, heard somebody stress. In your feelings by the better get a grill. Tired of getting taxed for that, take a trip. I got right here for show, I make everybody deal. Went to visit Granny, she say, what's that poking out your heel? I told Brody walk behind so he can catch me if I slip. She begging me to take a sip. First she drove the boat, then she like a ship. First you load it up, then you empty out the yacht. I'm not no button, no wrinkled clothes, it ain't no pressing me. I got on Vinci, LV no night, but I got that check on me. If I swing this from left to right, gon' have to check on your homie. Lil' brother known for stopping cars, but they be on go for me.
Get a gloves when I'm out, it's bad luck. I just put 10 mil in the pen, it made me feel better. Passing out deep, I'm cold with the my little young ran an M on the road, he a scammer. Dripping money, clear, splash, I'm covered in bells. But I'm clever, vendetta.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. Moore with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Return. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Ertz reels it in. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, in it for the first time. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Ready, go! The tackle made back at his own 49.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Get it! 60 Bison!
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
70 Timberwolf!
They'll throw, 3rd and long. To the left side to Samuel. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down.
Turnover on downs.
Now here's Cam Scanadu on the ground. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43.
It's a
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First down, and they go right back to it. And it's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive run, you really break the backs of the defense.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
18 run.
Dark from the pistol. Complete beyond the marker. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A pickup of 17. And it's good for a New York first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the pistol, give to Scatterboot. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Go. It's Tracy. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10. Starting on the ground here, Kronsky Merritt. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Rod lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11. Out of the gun, Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. Tackle made right around the 26. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
Let's go.
A gain of 15.
Hawk 19.
First down, Washington.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Daniels from the pistol. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Here we go. Hey, hey.
Now run it out of the pistol. Kronsky Merritt. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long.
Cardinal, 18, go!
Third and long for him here. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles!
Washington calls it second timeout. They're down to their final one in this half. And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19.
And they're going to go. It's Daniels. This is hauled in by Samuel. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. So they find a way to get it done against the odds. That's 11 on 4th and 10. That's going to keep the drive moving. Daniels is going to throw again. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders get the game's first points here in the second. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Wandale Robinson now to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Scoop.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Offense up to the line fast.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Dart. Escapes the pocket. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Positive that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this 3rd down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Bronco 80. 79 Bronco. 18 Pioneer. 60 Maverick.
3rd down now. Here's Dart. Pass brought in by Slayton. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead.
That's exactly what this offense was dreaming of when they brought him in as a rookie quarterback, showing off that ability to run. Again, that's exactly what these defensive coordinators are hoping to not see. Yet another.
Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And he'll get it up to the 44. Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Defense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Daniels now. Finds him over the middle. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Washington 1st down. Daniels back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Throwing now, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Ready.
All set to go now from the 35.
1st down, Washington.
Cowboy 80, Viking 18.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
Slot man motioned over.
Ready,
To throw again, it's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80. Hawk 70, Hawk. Go.
To the air again, Daniels. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Chance to make a change here on 3rd and 4. Again, Daniels to the air. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Bronco 80, Viking 18.
From the red zone now. Flushed out of the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Commanders grow their lead just before halftime. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
He brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Ooh, look at this, here he goes. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Headed out right. Now here he goes again. And John's got him a fresh set of downs there as he slides to a stop. The Giants using their 1st timeout. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. It starts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd and 10 now. Here's Dart. Forced out to his right. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Darts out of the shotgun. He rolls to his right. Now he takes it, and he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's Darts. Oh, try to force it into the slants. It's intercepted. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. 1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Driving forward with Scatterby. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Taken in by Bellinger. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
First down.
Running with Scatterby. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
Giants, first down.
Going right back to Scatterby. And he's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
On play action with Darts. Buying some time right. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Throw left side finds Johnson. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Looking quickly here.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Giants.
On 1st and 10, here's Darts. Buys time, rolling right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Rolling left, buying some time. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, and when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. And as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. A great play.
And now down he goes. He's sacked, and they're unable to tie this game. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Moore with a return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. He finds Brown right side. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. They get 23 on that one. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Give it to Krosky-Merritt. Good defensive effort here. Drives him back across midfield onto their own side. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had. Not against this defense. Not on that one.
Third and long for him here. He puts some juice on a deep throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders push their lead further to start the half. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown.
There are a couple different ways now you can win on the fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Giants 12.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Now Dart. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Working quickly here.
A loss of 4 brings up 2nd and 14 at the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Throwing from the gun here. Headed out right. Caught by his back. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. And goes to the hurry up here.
Gain of 16 yards. And the Giants first.
Dart going to throw again. And it is knocked away. Shot to the end zone. Answered there by a strong defensive effort. 2nd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. They get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another.
Dart from the pistol. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
It's going to throw again here on 2nd and 10. Bails out of the pocket quick. And it's close, but he's not going to score. Out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting?
And he's in for the touchdown. The Giants shave some off the deficit late in the quarter.
Kate, I think two things were at play here. Not just the brute force to get it done on the QB sneak, but also the element of surprise to run it on first down. Job well done.
And he gets into the end zone. That lead is now whittled down to a single point. Things trimmed back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Moore with a return. This makes it up to the 25. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Lions. Ready, ready.
Giving this to Krosky Merritt. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they have a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
70.
So we're through 3 here. It's the Commanders who hold the lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry this through the end.
On the ready.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. This is hauled in by Samuel. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for Washington 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Krosky Merritt straight ahead. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
65,
At the 38-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Let's go now.
A gain of 14.
70 Lions.
Washington 1st down.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Daniels from the pistol. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
40-yard line.
Play action now. Daniels. He goes right back to Samuel. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
1st down, Washington.
And in motion out of the slot. Daniels is going to throw again. Chased out to his right. He's got it in the red zone. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
15 yards. That's another Washington 1st down. A gain of 15. 1st down, Commanders.
From the gun, a run for Krosky Merritt. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. That's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Out of the gun, Daniels. They did it! He made the interception! Colsenadivo's got it! There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Darts out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants down by only 1. Third and a lone yard coming up. On the handoff, this is Tracy. He brushed him off with ease. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little game on top of it.
And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go. You've got 1st down here from the 36.
Let's go now.
Frosty Merritt gets it from the gun. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Giants using their first timeout. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I say this as well. In the NFL, you throw in the coverage too many times, you'll need more interceptions.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Fix the Eagle. Fix the Eagle.
Frosty Merritt on 1st down. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Get it. Snap. 65.
Here's the handoff. And he's out of bounds, so that clock is going to stop, Brock, but it's not going to matter. They've got the 1st down. This game is over.
And a Washington 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Back to the well again. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
The career is my stake when you're prime. The paper, baby, love is on the dotted line.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Commanders as we say so long from New York.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the gas. I see these demons, hoping I crash. All that I wanted, like the last laugh. Gotta move fast, get to the bag. I saw the signs for so long, just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home, stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, I keep going in, going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
Always on my grind, it's 24/7, I don't settle. I demand my respect, cause they'll finesse you if you let them. Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors and they was black and yellow. I let the past be the past, I'm on a new level. It's hard to pick which car to drive, I got a few of them. The first to make it cross the line like a true winner. Cause if you knew better, then you do better. Yeah.
Better when I wanna
Yeah.
get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better. Chosen one, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that it's my time.
The past be the past, I'm on a new level.
No regrets, born to shine. I can't stop, one more try. I know that I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better.
If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
I give it all away.
You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me more than I don't fake. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, You coming with me? Baby girl, you a prime time, I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two of the 7 contenders for the Lamar Hunt Trophy are set, and we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Dart starting with a pass here. Throwing the out route complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. On first down, here's Dart. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get 35 out of that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Blocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, too bad. No time to dwell on it. Because you've got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a first and goal.
Bengals first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Henry. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not.
He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. All right, Denver getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. It's Nix out of the pistol. Pulled in by the rookie out of Texas Tech. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Get to Harvey here from the pistol. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Second down, give to Harvey. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in a hurry up here.
14 on the play. It's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Portland Sutton, the man he was after. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going deep this time. The defender was waiting for that one. Make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And he stays under this one. Wow, great punt. Unexpected fair catch at the 5.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 5-yard line.
Out of the gun, Henry. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals pull out in front further, 13-zip. Derrick Henry, the touchdown.
Double whammy of this one, Kate, is just where they were on the field. Mentally, defensively, it's almost like an 8-point swing, going from the chance of the safety in one end zone to watching them celebrate in the other.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals double their lead to 14.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Harvey now to return it. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
That's going to be incomplete. First time he's worked his back's way this game, but no results yet.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
That's caught for the first. And they're midfield before he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Nix with it on first. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this third down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
On third down, here's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th, Nix. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Viking 18.
From the gun, here's Dart. Escapes out to the left. On the run, deep down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals take a 20-zip lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21.
Broncos nothing.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Oh, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
And this one won't get there. Looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
But it brings up 4th down.
Going for it with Harvey. And this one's overwhelmed. They drive it backwards and off the field with this turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. On play action with Dart. He rolls to his right. Brings it deep down the middle. Caught at the 20-yard line. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals were running away so far with that 27-zip gain. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown.
For first thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals continue piling on to this lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Harvey now to return it. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Nix now on 1st and 10. Fits it through the middle. And he has it completely in midfield here. It's about a yard short. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Offense to the line fast.
First down. A 28-yard gain. First down, Broncos.
And he's got a free play here. He finds his back, Harvey. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Working inside the red zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! And he's out and clear. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. And he makes the house call. It's a pick 6 for Cincinnati. I don't know about you, Brock, but I can almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, 30, 40 yards into his return. Then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Harvey now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 on the other side, Brock. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Sit tight, more from Paycor Stadium on the other side. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
Well into this 1st half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
No luck finding his receiver that time, and now they're staring at 4th and long.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Going for it on 4th, Nix. On the move, headed right. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Those defenders, it might be a while before they get another chance like that again. What an incredible opportunity to hand their offense field position inside the red zone, while yet getting another shot of momentum themselves.
A draw now. This is Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Another run for Henry. Well, he might be close to this league growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Once more, here's Henry. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. Staring up into the rain, and he buffs it! And the dive ends in uninspiring.
Chill, right on my side is my ego becomes a funky child with some words on my tongue. Be like in, take a breath, and my mouth gets loose. So while I scatter my spit, I dream of juice. How you rebel out, dark hallways. This way, I guess I made your day. I say, play the track from your record correction. It's your mix, congratulations.
Changed a lot of things, some. Know that we have always been down. If I ever didn't thank you. Then just let me do it now.
Come back in. I bet you right up when we start the show. But I mean now, very close because I told you so. You know, we love because it's us ways. Yeah, we be freaky and we wanna stay.
Changed a lot of things, some. Know that we have always been down. If I ever didn't thank you, then just let me do it now.
Lock, strike, go easy in that violent force of life. Guaranteed to turn it out as bad as gold of mine. The people don't get changed like a chameleon. And the channel, whenever the rap show, the world is on. You know we dazzle like get all our human battles. Rattles out your head for redeem. I call the bottles, fall in love with me. Teachers on the rock, we are self-made. Check, test, we free of evidence, LA.
Changed a lot of things, some. Know that we have always been down. If I ever didn't thank you, then just let me do it now. Keep my feet on the ground, keep my head in the clouds. Electrified by the sound, it comes from the down. And we change a lot of things, some. Know that we have always been down. If I ever didn't thank you, then just let me do it now.
Yeah. Hey, give me a T, then give me the E, then give me an A, give me an M, and give me the ring. Give me the lock, give me the rock, and give him the key.